Hi, we've teamed up with UK Auto Claims to see if you could be eligible to score thousands in compensation. If you've had any cars, vans or motorbikes on finance between 2007 and 2021, go to ukautoclaims.co.uk to start your free simple check. Loads of you will have overpaid and payouts could be worth thousands, so you've got to look into it. Hit up the link below and check now for free.
AFTV is so disappointing today. You know, we all came here with high hopes, but we just didn't turn. It didn't turn up too harsh. We didn't turn up in the first 15-20 minutes of that game.
No, and in that respect, the whole nature and the whole narrative of the game changed. You know, I thought pre-game and even like when the game started, we did our bit. The fans did their bit. We packed the stadium out. We made the noise. The atmosphere was fantastic. The pre-game song, absolutely fantastic. And then PSG came out and did exactly what they needed to do, which was silence the crowd early doors with a very early goal. That comes from moving our midfield in ways that our midfield isn't used to being moved. And if you think about the progress that they've clearly made since October, it's quite frightening. And that's the frustrating part. Yeah, the frustrating part for me in some respects was I feel like I was almost more nervous today than I was before the Madrid game because the finals within grasp now. Before the Madrid game, I think there was no expectation on us. Once you get through that and you get to this stage, now it matters. And now
So you're saying we can't handle the pressure then?
Whether it's that we can't handle the pressure, I don't know. There could be an element of that. You know, we have seen. It's very easy to just throw the term bottle, and it's not about bottles sometimes. But you know,
well, that's what it is. Can't handle the pressure. You're bottling it.
When it mattered today, we didn't show up. And yes, we can absolutely turn around and find other occasions over the past 18 months, 2-3 years maybe, where that's been the case. I think Lee made the point about United here in the FA Cup, Newcastle here in the Carabao Cup. Exactly the same. And that's the disappointing part because the Madrid game showed that we, on our day, we can absolutely be up there with any side in the world. Today you come up against a midfield that, humbled us, really. Their midfield humbled us. I thought they set up very, very, very well. I thought they were able to block the ability for us to get the ball into Lewis Skelly and Rice to be able to play. So where we would normally look to try and get someone in to play, Rice maybe doesn't have the same level of acuteness that maybe Thomas Partey does to receive and kind of pull off a player and kind of receive and look to play forward. They stopped us being able to do that. That forced us to go long. We went long probably a lot more than I would have liked us to. When it did go long, sometimes we were able to hold it up, but then your midfield's so far away, your forwards can't really do a lot.
So what do we have to do differently next week to go through? Because it is only 1-0. I mean, we're fortunate because Barcola missed that absolute sitter at the end, but that means that it is only 1-0, right? What have we got to do differently?
Look, I think Thomas Partey being back changes the whole dynamic of the game. I think he adds an element of balance in our midfield that we clearly don't have when he's not there. Obviously, as we said, Jorginho, being injured also changes things. Look, I think in hindsight, it's really easy for people to criticise the team selection. I actually thought Mikel got the team selection right. I think he made the change. He made the selection that I probably would have made. And I think next week, Declan Rice playing a little bit higher up, maybe being able to get on the ball and drive and kind of help our press and will give us a bit of balance. Marino being the outball and kind of being able to be in those opportunities, but we have to take our opportunities in these big games. And I know obviously Martinelli took a great chance against Real at the Bernabeu, but that chance at the end of the first half you have to put in the back of the net. You absolutely have to put that in the back of the net. The save that Donnarumma made from Trossard, great save, but then we get free kicks in the first half and Odegaard's not necessarily hitting them. We get 1-2 minutes into the second half, Declan Rice puts it bang on the money from similar positions that Odegaard's not hitting the target from. So when you get into those areas in the final third, you get your set pieces, you get your one-on-ones with the goalkeeper, the ball has to end up in the back of the net.
Can we go through next week? Are you confident, yes or no?
I'm going to say yeah. But we obviously need to show a lot more than we showed today, and it'll be down to PSG. Sorry, their fans are going to be right behind them. We're not going to have that many in there, but those that are in there are going to absolutely have to make themselves heard. They're going to have to really get behind the boys, and I'm confident we can do it because I've seen us do it against good sides, but have to be a lot better than we were tonight.